Okay, so I was just describing what to do in terms of your website assignment for Wednesday. So it literally can just be one page, include your name and the class title somewhere on that page. I would really encourage you, if you have the time, to start tinkering with the different sorts of like ways that you can personalize the design for your website. But if you're busy, don't have time, literally make sure you find a way to get your name onto the page and make sure you get the class title onto the page. And then copy and paste the URL into course messages and send it to me. Okay. If you're using Google Sites, you will have to publish the site before I can open it using that URL. So figure out how to do that. And if you can't figure it out, message me and I will figure it out. I've had to do it before, and it is pretty straightforward. But I know that this whole like website thing can be a little bit overwhelming at first. So then for Friday, you'll read the Project One handout for genre analysis, and you'll read Chapter One in Writing Today. Right. So the program that we're using to have you guys use electronic books tracks when you guys read these things. It tracks when you read, it tracks how much you read, how fast you read, and whether or not you did the reading at all. So try to do it on time because the program tracks that. And yeah, keep in mind that like if you just like open a different like window or something, that it will know that you've done that. So and then before midnight, responded to classmates in the discussion board. Um, and all of that I think is already linked here. Yeah, so you have, right, your discussion board, right? So you'll go, this will take you back to the discussion board so you can respond to classmates. Here's your project one handout for genre analysis, and here is your reading, right? You click here and it'll take you to the reading. Um, so in terms of this handout, it's pretty straightforward. Um, and I'll probably have a video going over this in a little bit more detail, but it has the draft date, final date. The length is 3 pages, right? The final is not due literally until October 1st. Okay. We will be doing a peer review, so you'll need a draft by September 24th. And the purpose of the assignment is to develop a better understanding of professional or commercial documents used in real life. And I say documents, but it's documents or texts. It asks you to analyze the genre conventions of a particular text as well as the language and values embedded within the document or field. This process of analyzing samples within the field can help you break down and write any genre in the field, even ones you've never seen before. Right. So this is tailored for like a writing type of assignment, but I really want you guys to think outside the box and seriously consider um, doing something like with video games, or like movies or computer programs, or I mean, just like try to think outside the box and find something that you really want to write about. Um, so you're going to choose a text that you are likely to see in your field of study or a field you're interested in, right? Make sure to include a link to the copy of the document itself when you submit this assignment. The intended audience for this assignment is another student or professional in that field, right? This person may not be familiar with the document type, with the text type that you have chosen, and it is your job to introduce them to the genre. For this reason, you must spend some time contextualizing and explaining the text that you're analyzing in order to make your text comprehensible to the reader. The purpose is to demonstrate an understanding of a given genre and rhetorical situation in your field, and to provide enough information that your reader has the tools necessary to begin to create a document in the genre. So, and then here's all the technical details, right? And we'll go over this again, like closer to when we're gonna actually do this assignment. But this will be your first project, and I'm gonna like walk you guys kind of, we're gonna do two, I'm gonna walk you into doing this, and you'll be much more familiar with what you need to do by then, because we're gonna do two like sort of like mini genre analysis before we get to this. Um, but it is worth considering like what kind of text or document would you like to do an analysis of. And what I mean with that in one sense is like, okay, let's say we're gonna look at, like, let's say I was gonna do a genre analysis of Tomb Raider, the video game, right? I really love Tomb Raider. There's a lot of things about it that I think are really unique and valuable. right? So what I could do is say like, okay, what kind of game is Tomb Raider? How does this game fit into the larger, um, like action adventure, like video game genre, right? How does it fit in with like the entirety of video games, and then how does it fit into this like smaller like niche that it's a part of? How does it diverge from the expectations for this type of game? And then how does it kind of like conform to the genre constraints of what someone who is looking for this type of like shooter, like puzzle game, what they're actually looking for and expecting to see, right? And I can say that like definitely when Tomb Raider first came out, one of the things that was really different and unusual about it, especially for that time period, was that it had a female lead, right? Um, and so that would be like obviously something that I would have to account for and that I would have to talk about in my analysis. And you can do that with basically anything, right? So you could literally focus on like one song and how it fits into a larger genre of music. You can talk about a movie, right? If there's a specific movie that you really want to write about, what you would do is say like, okay, here is I'm trying to think of a movie. I really like the zombie movie 28 Days Later, right? So what I would do is write about like how is this zombie movie like similar? How does it fit into the genre of like zombie films? How does it diverge? Right? What's good about it? What's bad about it? Um, and by the end of that, we'd have a better idea of like what the zombie genre does, what we expect from it when we watch a zombie film, and then we'd also have a better idea of how to recreate a movie that was successful or valuable in the ways that 28 Days Later is awesome. So, uh, all of these are written in a way that makes it seem like you guys are going to be doing really serious stuff, but you really don't have to do really serious stuff at all. And again, before we get to this, we're going to do a genre analysis of like a print advertisement of some sort, right? So start thinking now or looking now for print advertisements for, right? It can be a movie, it can be a print advertisement for like soap, it can be anything as long as it's stationary. Like, and then we're gonna do one of like a video sort of advertisement, like a movie trailer, or again, a commercial for soap or something like that. Just something that you're interested in and you want to write about. So, uh, that is that. And don't panic. It's a pretty short paper, and it's we don't have a draft until September 24th, and we're going to be working on this kind of stuff, moving into it, and hopefully you'll be able to actually just expand one of your mini essays that you're going to do for this. Okay, so that's that. I think that is everything. I'm about to open up week 3 for you guys, so you can work ahead if you really want to. Keep in mind that Monday is Labor Day, so we'll have no class. That's not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. And because of that, I have you guys reading quite a lot of writing today. So you'll have a little bit more reading than usual, just to kind of get you started in the basic concepts we're going to be using. And on that same Wednesday, I want you to look at the handout for your short writing assignment 1. That's one where we're analyzing a print or still advertisement of some sort. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you guys have any questions, again, send me an email, or even better, send me a message through the Remind app. And again, sorry for the delay on this video.